All right. It is almost time to begin day 2 of our journeys into the world of Arx Fatalis. Let me go ahead and get everything set up here. Make sure the settings are good because it resets every time, regardless of what I do here. Always a nice gesture by these games that don't save the settings. That looks pretty good. I already changed a little bit, so we should be good to go. I think everything's good in terms of brightness, because this game is a bit dark. Alright, so thankfully we remembered to save our game yesterday. We invested roughly an hour and 15 minutes from the beginning. Let's go ahead and load and I'll kind of recap as I go here. I enjoy these loading screens. Definitely some awesome artwork. Seems like at this point goblins are our biggest foes. Alright, so what we've done so far, at the beginning of the game we find that it looks like some sort of magic spell has taken hold, and we are knocked out and then dragged into prison. Once we find our way out of prison and defeat one of the jailers, a goblin, we meet a fellow prisoner named Koltar, who informs us that our name is Shagar, as we seem to have some form of amnesia, and tells us that we have to obviously break out of jail. As we go along, we find some items, defeat some spiders, some more goblins, and eventually find some more weapons and make our way out of the jail. Thankfully, we did so without too much trouble. We continued throughout this dungeon, and along the way met a goblin who was jailed that we set free, whose name is Polzius, and he says he will help us, although I'm not quite sure we can trust him, as it seems that most of the goblins, if not all, are not our friends. However, as we journeyed onward, we found that there are some goblins that are willing to trade with us. We have a piece of paper, not this one, another piece of paper somewhere, this authorization, so we have to go get it signed. I'm assuming that we may contact our potential friend Polzius to sign it in order for us to do some trading. Then we also came across this note here. It lets us know that all the humans that we know aren't also on our side. So we have this Lord Servius who is willing to do some trading for gold to get some human sacrifices. So that's pretty much all we know at this point. We have a few different options. We can either go to the tavern, we can go explore outside the Goblin Kingdom. We had a key that opened this door, which has opened up the rest of the world to us. And then we also have those goblins to do some trading with. But as I mentioned, it seems we need to obtain a signature before we can do some trading, so I'm kind of torn if we should explore some of the larger overworld or go back and attempt to get this signature. I'm thinking of doing that first, because that seems like a sort of side quest. And we have accumulated quite a few items already, plenty of clubs, good old long sword, short sword, some tools which I'm not sure what we're going to be using those for. There is an anvil that we came across, but the tools don't seem to be able to work with that anvil. We have quite a few inventory slots, which is really nice. I'd like to do some repairs on this, as it seems that it's not not doing so hot. Thankfully, this chest piece here, looks like we got not only a chest piece but also bracers and so on. So we started basically without any clothing, just the bare minimum. And we need to perhaps find a helmet along the way. We did find a shield, thankfully, and we've gotten some uncooked ribs, care of some rats we came across, and we can cook that by tossing it in the fire, which is always good. Certainly don't want to eat raw food. Might be a bad day for our hero. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and look for this tavern and try to get that signature. Not down there. If I recall correctly, it's over here. We have a nice auto map, even though it does require a little bit of memorization as far as where we've been previously, but all these corpses littering the floors kind of shows us we've already been here. We already cleared this out. We haven't been able to come through here just yet. There is a not so hidden button, and we haven't figured out yet what that unlocks, but I'm sure we will. Alright, so this is letting us know that we can ascend the stairs into a new area, so now we can go into a completely new to me area. As mentioned in the title, this is my first playthrough of this game. I have owned it for quite some time. I just haven't got around to it because I have quite a few games in my backlog, but figured I'd choose this as my first game to stream because I just don't see too much love for it, and there's a fair amount of good history with this game for fans of the Ultima Underworld games. If you played either one of those, this was intended to be Ultima Underworld 3, but unfortunately it was around the time that Electronic Arts stepped in and purchased Origin, who was the developer. Uh-oh, there's another tremor. We've seen a few of those before. Thankfully nothing has collapsed on us yet. So they stepped in and said no, because we're going to buy Origin and take away everything you love. No, I'm kidding, but it's kind of what happened. The cool part is this was developed by Arcane Studios, so if memory serves correct, this was their very first offering, and for fans of that developer, you may associate them with more current games such as the Dishonored series. I have played quite a bit of Ultima Underworld 1 many years ago, back when it was somewhat new. Played a little bit of Ultima Underworld 2. I beat the first Dishonored game, which was excellent. It was fun to kind of play through and try to have the lowest amount of rats and subsequent plague, which I did. I haven't got around to playing part 2 yet, but that's certainly on my list. In addition to our inventory, we also have a spell book, and it tells us essentially what spells we can cast Some of these are new. So Magic Missile we found a scroll for. Ignite we learned early on, so we can ignite torches in the area or a torch on the floor to pick up and use. Fireball is new. And so is Fire Field, so I'm looking forward to trying these out. And each of these spells tells you what direction you have to push on the D-pad in order to cast it, so you have to do a certain sequence correctly in order for the spell to fire off. So for example, Ignite are the 2 runes you see at the bottom there, and that would be the and Yolk. So the sequence would be right and then down, right, up. So that's based on our mana points. So let's see here. Push X for cast, and then we can do right, and then down, right, up, and then cast. And if there was something to ignite, we would have done it just there. Right, so going through the caverns here. As you can see, the map is filling in to let us know where we're going. Looks like we have some sort of a castle or a keep here. And we're not going to access that. However, we do have a couple keys, and if we can use it on this door, it will let us know by sharing that where you see use on the screen will change to combine. So that's not the key. Where's that one? That's pretty much all the keys we have currently. So this direction is a no-go. Much like the Ultima Underworld games, you can interact with and pick up just about anything. Alright, that's not a good sign. Or maybe it is, I don't know. As we found, there are some corrupt humans. Search, nothing. And, ooh, some cheese. Why not? And short sword, right on. We're definitely becoming quite the arsenal. It's nice to see an abundance of weapons. Alright, so that's where we came from. And we may as well take a peek over here. And there's a long dead soul there. Let's see what you have. Bones we're going to leave behind since we already have quite a few weapons that are much better. Water, sure. Ring, unidentified. Haven't learned any identification spells at this point, but hopefully it'll be a beneficial ring. Because a lot of these games tend to have things that are potentially cursed as well, so we'll keep an eye out. Alright, signs of battle. Someone looks like they're missing some body parts. Can I take your chainmail? Bummer. Okay, so this place has been quite ransacked. We'll take a gander at my character here. You can see some of the stats. When I created this character, I kind of went to leaning towards more roguelike or dexterous character, but I wanted to keep a little bit more balanced, although you have a set number of points in your pool. So, oh, I actually have another point. That's exciting. Okay, well, I don't intend to be much of a caster, but it seems to help with some of the knowledge and spell defense, so it might be worth investing some points in that. So this is strength, typical ability to do damage and don't know if it has anything to do with encumbrance. This is our dexterity and constitution. So far we're doing pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and invest a point there. And then we have stealth, technical ability. I haven't found any lockpicks at this point, but I expect there'll be plenty of those. Intuition seems to me like it's most similar to perception in the D&D world. Casting, pretty clear that we will have to use spells whether or not we want to be focused on it. And then we have object knowledge, which isn't coming in handy just yet. This might be a form of perception as well, so this is for hostile creatures and this is for hidden objects. Okay, makes sense. And then we have close combat, pretty decent. Oh, we have quite a few points. I've been sleeping on that. Let's see, we gotta make some changes here. We gotta help out. I don't have any projectile weapons yet, but it certainly doesn't hurt to have some. And since this is blue, I'm gonna assume that means we have some sort of magical item that is giving us a bonus. I could be wrong there, but we'll keep an eye out. Stealth, sure, let's put some points there. Close combat, always good to have a little more of that. Yeah, why not? Let's do a little bit here, a little bit there. Defense, always important because there are quite a few things that seem to want to end our journey. Since I like stealth, we're going to improve that a bit more. Add a little here, future reference. Why not? And the last one there. Okay. Since I did that, I'm going to go ahead and save it because you never know when death is around the corner in this game. And this is being played on the original Xbox. I was able to get a new used DVD drive because my previous one stopped working, so that is another reason why I never got around to this, because I don't believe this is backwards compatible on current Xbox consoles, but you can get it on Steam. Alright. What am I using here? Oh, the door. Okay. Yeah, there's fire. I don't know if that's the kind of fire we can cook something on.
The reinforcements.
Oh.
Go and see Ortier immediately.
Something off in the distance. So.
Please, go and see if Ortier is still alive. He should be upstairs, in his quarters.
Alright. Someone's still alive. Wow, alright, just weapons everywhere. That's always good news. An arrow, huh? Where was that? Why not? We'll take that for later, perhaps. So the red bars are health, the blue ones are mana, and the very bottom bar is the light gauge. A lot of inspiration apparently was taken from the Looking Glass Studios games such as Thief series, which are also some of my favorites. Played quite a bit of the first one, a fair amount of the second one. I beat the third one on Xbox. I really haven't played the more recent Thief game, though I do own it. Alright. Everybody home. Gold. Not sure exactly what we use gold for. I found a place where we can sort of trade gold, but I gave some gold and didn't get anything for it, so I'm sure we'll find out as we go. Can I go in here? So clicking the right thumbstick takes you into crouch. And then holding, click and hold the left thumbstick is supposed to make you crawl. Hey, that's always good. Pestle and mortar, we can hopefully make some reagents for spells or healing items. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we can make some cookies with this flour. Be kind of fun. Always enjoy making cookies. Ah, here we go. Now we can use an anvil. Okay. Object knowledge skill. Okay. Oh no, we don't want to damage things more than they are already, but you know. Blacksmith's hammer. Blacksmith's club. Alright, wow, that does a lot of damage there. Good stuff. What's this? Pick. Another hammer. Okay. So let's go ahead and attempt to restore our leggings.
Damaged.
No. Maybe?
It's not damaged.
Okay. Oh, I see. We're trying to repair the actual hammer. Not damaged. Let's see.
I cannot improve them any further.
Alright, I'll take it. Really want to improve my leggings though. Hopefully we don't do some more damage to them. There we go.
I cannot improve them any further.
I cannot improve it any further. Alright, well, it's better than it was. Although I seem to have reduced its overall durability. But it's early on, so I'll take it. What else do we have? I need to drop some stuff here because I have far too many things in my inventory. Oops. Let's check out what we have here. Alright, so club. We have any that are less durable? Not really. I'd like to create some more inventory slots here, so let us. Dagger kind of sucks, so we're gonna go ahead and drop you. And I believe everything just kind of stays where you leave it. Okay. Damage 3. Just leave you behind. Check our inventory slot here. Ooh, alright, so we have far too many clubs. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a few more here. Let's see here. Let's drop you and drop you for now. And I assume we'll find out what we can do with the pestle and mortar later. Alright, so get another sword. That's pretty cool. Do you have anything on you? Let me go ahead and save it. Never save too often. Okay. And let's move on here. Oh, look, there's a chicken. What was that, a pig? Alright. Were you hostile? Rats were hostile. I can't talk to you. At least you have nothing to say that we can understand. Some more water, bread, a dead guard. Alright, lots of blood and carnage in here. Some cushion. A lot of these things we can't actually keep. Oh, look at that. Are they hoping for a visit from the Tooth Fairy or what? Here, let's throw that over there and take the gold. This definitely reminds me of Ultima Underworld, just being able to pick up stuff and finding little secrets all over the place. Is this go away? Ah, back to where we came from. Ooh, I didn't go over here. Why, I did already. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the light gauge on the bottom there. We're in the dark side. That means it should be hidden. I haven't really had a chance to test out too much of the light and dark and stealth aspect, but we'll get there. Alright. Okay, a bunch of chickens, even leg. Okay. Pig. Oh my goodness. Even larger pig, Spawny. So this is a named pig. What am I seeing here? Maybe I have to learn.
I'll never be able to move all this myself.
Can't move this myself. Okay, well perhaps some rocks blocking the path. Do we have? I think we saw a hammer or something we might be able to combine on these rocks and knock them out of the way. Not those, not those. Okay. Doesn't seem like we can do much about this yet. Okay. And moving on. This guy certainly had a bad day. Hey buddy, your leg's over there. Can I take your stuff? No. It would be nice if I could take their chainmail. Doesn't seem like an option here. Okay. Carrot, why not? Need to have some veggies in our life, right? Okay. So we have some leeks. And carrot. We can make some nice stew later. Alright. It's quite ominous. Moving amongst the carnage in this castle here. Keep whichever is more appropriate, I'm not totally sure. Anybody home? Ah, some chests. Seems a little treacherous in here, just chests out in the open. Locked. Locked. Okay, can we use this? No. No. note. Another key. No, it's a long shot, but it's worth a try. Where'd it go? There it is. No. And no. Right, moving on.
A civilian? I am Orpheus, captain of the king's armies and commander of this outpost. Are you a mercenary? Can we count on your help?
No, and not sure.
Perhaps. For now, I've just put some distance between myself and a couple of goblins.
Couple?
What happened
More than a couple.
We were attacked by a small group of Ilsids. They wounded me and took 3 of my men.
The Ilsids?
Iliacids.
2 out of them.
Wow, that's...
3 of them infiltrated the outpost. They attacked without warning or provocation. The Ilsid have earned a reputation as fierce and unstoppable warriors, and now I've seen it with my own eyes. Their speed is unbelievable. In a flash, they disabled and dragged off 3 of my men. And you must have seen what they did to Karnak. I don't know why they did that, but I do know it would be long before they return.
Find someone else to help. I have my own problems to deal with.
You are my only hope.
Yeah, just
I
being
cannot
honest,
trust
I mean...
the rabble at the tavern. I'd sooner trust
I'm just in
a
jail.
total
I don't even
stranger.
know what... I didn't even know my name until a little bit ago here, so...
You have to go to the castle and tell the king what has happened here. This is
Oh, that's a lot of responsibility.
Since the last earthquake, the path to the castle has been blocked by a cave-in, and we have been unable to get through. You must tell him that the Ilsids have declared war on us.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it
You
is.
just told
Kind
me
of
that the
ridiculous.
path leading to the castle is blocked.
You should be able to go through the Goblin's Cave 2 levels down, and find a way back up to this level. It's dangerous and roundabout, but we have no choice.
We,
Find a
huh?
way back
You
up
gonna
there.
go with me?
You should be back in the human kingdom once again.
Impossible. I've only just escaped from a goblin prison.
Here, this will help. It's a gemstone dealer's license. As
Oh,
long as
there
they
we
think
go.
you're a salesman and you don't attack them, they'll probably leave you alone. I have to stay here. You are our only hope, brave mercenary.
Only hope. Where have we heard that before? You gonna give me stuff?
Once you have seen the king, he will clear the pathway and send reinforcements to fight the Ilsids.
Alright, well, that's quite a lot to think about. Get some wine, some of that, logbook. Alright, well, let's take a look at that in a moment. Ooh. There we go. Arrows. Another short sword. Good grief. We have quite a few weapons on us now. This is getting crazy. How are we carrying all this stuff? Interesting enough, we had this much inventory space at the beginning. We had no clothing. We still have no backpack or fanny pack or bag of holding, any of that. But I'm not complaining because I need as much as I can muster to go on this new journey. Let's see, what's this? Go year 266, white season, week of the rat, 3rd day. Alright, let's see. A little band of goblins tried to attack our outpost. They were drunk and easy to defeat. We therefore concluded that this was not a planned attack, but it was due to the huge amounts of alcohol they had consumed. We fought off this attack without much difficulty, but nevertheless lost one of our men compared to the 5 losses on the goblin side. Okay, year 266, white season, week of the mole, 2nd day. An earthquake shook our outpost to the foundations. For at least 10 minutes, no damage was done, which I kind of find hard to believe. 10 minutes of shaking. But I spotted a number of cracks in the passage that leads to our city. Well, wouldn't that be considered damage? Okay. Year 266. green season, week of the crow. So let's see, we have white season, green season, week of the cow. Did I say crow? That's bad. Week of the cow, 4th day. Strange assailant attacked us this morning. He was wearing heavy armor crafted as no other we have ever seen, and he seemed to be invincible. Just the illicit. Every movement he made was incredibly precise, and his speed was unrivaled. That's got to be some kind of magic armor then, because usually there's lots of encumbrance with heavy armor, but I don't want to apply all the D&D rules to this game. Alright, he did not know the meaning of mercy, for he killed one of my men and seriously injured 2 more before simply turning and leaving as quickly as he appeared. His behavior made me suspect that he was sent to establish how strong we were. That sounds reasonable. I think this warrior is merely the first visible sign of a force which is currently growing in the safety of the shadows, and which will one day be powerful enough to annihilate every last one of us. Okay, that's also reasonable. Alright, 266 in the green season, week of the eagle, 1st day. The strange warrior returned. He killed 3 of my men before I finally managed to kill him. And then as he lay in the throes of death, he burst into powerful and demonic laughter. Alright, that's not a good sign. I suspected something immediately and ordered my men to retreat as fast as they could. There was a massive explosion which scattered his remains far and wide. No trace of him was left save his dagger lying on the ground. Good old year 266, yellow season, week of the serpent, 1st day. We were woken early this morning by an earthquake. One of my men informed me that this quake caused a landslide in the passageway that leads to the castle. I am sure help will be here soon. Wouldn't count. I prefer to wait a while before sending one of my men to bring the news to our beloved king. You are probably aware that the landslide will have consequences for us. May the gods watch over us. Is this the same king that was referenced? No, this is Lord Vesuvius, so I don't know if that's the same. Lord, King, maybe not interchangeable. Anyway. Alright, so we still have far too many clubs here. Let's see here. Damage 3, 4. Yeah, let me go ahead and dispatch of another club or 2, because I think it's just taking up our inventory. Could be wrong, but so far it seems like weapons are fairly easy to come by. Here. And for now, it's okay. Alrighty. Hang in there, buddy. I'll be back at some point. What's your name? I'll write this down for future reference. Ortiern. Alright. I always like to write things down. It just takes me back to playing the Ultima Underworld games, where you pretty much had to use graph paper for maps and takes down notes, just like in the regular Ultima series. You had to write down names of the mantras and so forth. So I don't believe I came across another key. Okay, I want to start arranging things a little bit, because this is driving me nuts to have everything sort of jumbled up here. Go ahead and pick that up. I like that we can reorganize our inventory. That makes things much easier. Oops. Wrong button. Here we go. Bring you over here. There. Here. This here. How about we take this key, put it there, and move this quiver over here. Can we put this in that? Ah, yes. Combine. I think we did. Okay. And we got lots of flour. Oh boy, do we have to take one at a time? Come on now. That's not nice. Take this, put you over here. Put our armor in the same general region. There we go. There we go. Put the swords somewhat together. Put you over here. Or, why not? Put you right there. Can we take this? No. Put that out. Since I have 5 torches already, we'll probably just discard that one. Do that in a moment. Take you, put you over here, put you over here, and combine you over there. Okay, now we got a little bit of organization to our wild inventory. Arrow, let's put you over here. No, okay, never mind. And take you, see if we can combine you with you. No, okay, never mind. Pieces of wood have come in handy in the past as we have used them to access levers, so we'll go ahead and hold on to that for the time being. Move you over there, and take this single arrow, put you over there, and then put you over there. So we still have 3 clubs. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We're still doing alright in our inventory slots. I'm gonna take you. Oh goodness. One at a time. There we go. There we go. And you are, put you over here. That's nice. Put you over here. That's good for now, I think. So I assume later we'll come across a key, or maybe this guy will, or Tiern will give us a key once we do his bidding. I'm not sure. Find out as we go. Alright, so it looks like we've kind of cleared this out. Since there is a fire here, I would like to check out and see if we can do some cooking. Because in the previous area we were able to throw uncooked ribs onto a fire. It was actually a crafted fire, so we'll find out. Let's try some fish here. See. Uh-oh. Fresh fish. Didn't work. Kind of threw it past the fire. Let me see. Try that again. Close to that and go quite where I would like it to. Drop that. Oh, okay. Not like in that fire pit, didn't seem like it helped us much. Spawny. Almost looks like one of the runes we have, but not quite. Not quite. I'm gonna just do a little test here because I'm curious. So fireball is yuck. This. So right, down, right, up. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down because I know I'm gonna not remember this. Down, down, right, up, and right, down, right. So that's for fireball. Let's see what happens here. Okay, here we go. So right, right, down, up, right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Didn't cast a spell. Maybe we have to be targeting an enemy, not a friend. So right, down, right, up, right, down, right. Well now, it worked. I'm sorry. And it's cooked too. How clever. Oh goodness. I guess you were a... wait for it. Guinea pig. Terrible. Anyway. Now we know how to do a fireball, so that was fun. I'm gonna have to keep a separate chart here to help me remember cast all these spells. You still... oh, you're not with us anymore. But you have cheese, so... that's something. Can't take that arrow. Here, let's close the door. Might as well. See if that deters anyone. Is this a... no, broken shield. And a leg. Alright, so it looks like we're headed back to where we came from, in the Goblin Kingdom. I don't see much else to explore at this point in time. Still can't open that. Oh yeah, we didn't go over here. Let me save it because we've done some organization as well as a little plot progression, so it never hurts to play it a little safe since we don't have any limitations to how many times we can save it. Okay. What do we got here? A dog. Hey there. What are you doing here? Okay, that's interesting that someone just left the poor pup by itself. Can we open that? Yes, we can. Oh boy. Oh, this is a tavern. Looks like it was referenced before. This is where our friend, potentially friend, Pulsius is hanging out. Okay, it's kind of a strange place to have a tavern. Let's close the door. Okay. Right next to a castle that's been ransacked, but you know.
Earthquakes recently. He's worrying that.
Alright, let's see what's going on here. We got... that seems to be our friend from earlier. Let's
Welcome
talk
to the Yellow Tulip, stranger. Drink and relax. You'll always be welcome here, as long as your coin holds out.
My name is Shigar.
Pleased to meet you, handsome. I'm Tizzy, the owner of this fine establishment. And though I'm acquainted with most of the rogues and scoundrels here in
Tizzy,
Arx,
the barkeep.
I don't remember seeing you around. Are you from the Travelers Guild? But
Maybe, I don't know.
I forget myself. What can I do for you?
A lot of forgetting going on here.
Right now. How much for a drink?
Just 2 gold for our finest.
Finest? What about not finest? What about not
Did you know
finest?
that this place dates back to when there was still a sun in the sky and we lived
Purchase
above ground?
the finest?
So it was
No.
called the Yellow
I'm
Rose
just gonna
then. Funny, isn't it?
sachet over there and on back. Okay, that's fine. Can I?
Get out of here before I
Whoa! Hey now. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. That reminds me of Ultima games as well. They react negatively if you enter their domain.
The more I drink, the better I feel.
Okay. That's kind of sad.
Pulsius, will you sign false papers for me?
Give me official paper. Let me do that.
All right. That's what I thought. I thought he would be so kind.
Apparently, the Ilsids
Your
attacked the
paper's
food
in
store.
order, friend.
All right. That's nice of you. Thank you. I'm glad you were a goblin of your word.
Pulsius, why were you taken prisoner?
Well, me tell you because you're my friend now. You know, some humans disappear, turn into dinner.
Sacrifices as referenced in a letter we found.
Akbar hungry, always hungry. We goblins did deal with Akbar's priest.
Oh my goodness.
In beginning, good for business, because we give humans, and they give gold pieces.
All right. Yep. Trading
But we're not really
humans for
happy,
gold.
because soon, Akbar becomes too powerful, and with Ilsids, he wants to kill all world.
Oh, so he's
Humans,
tied to the Ilsids.
goblins,
Okay.
All the others.
Learning.
I tell King of Goblins, and him say me bad goblin, not allowed to business,
Oh.
and me go to
So
prison.
he has a
Human
bit of a
eating other
conscience. He got thrown in jail for it.
Give humans to Lord
Oh, there's
Zerbius,
Zerbius.
and
Yep.
Priests. Priests give humans to Akbar.
So we're learning how this economy sort of plugs into itself.
Me not like Akbar.
Every bloody day I eat chicken.
All right. That works. Got a nice bar here. Pretty sizable bar built into this cavern. Nothing exciting here. No, not really. Okay. Alrighty. A man.
It's been a while since we saw Azrael Darkthorn. I bet he died in the crypt. Dirty tomb raider that he is.
It's reasonable that he died there. Yep. What's this? Is this some kind of a game we can play? All right. I'll talk to you in just a moment. See what kind of. Can I have your wine? No, take it. I have my own wine.
Apparently,
Take
the
from this
Ilsids
man.
attacked the food store.
Hey there, you look lost. Come on over and have a drink. Take a load off.
Yeah, I kind of am. I forgot my name and don't know why I'm in jail.
And this little rat hole is my favorite haunt. Now why don't you
Okay.
tell me a little about yourself?
Actually,
Not much to
I'm
say.
having trouble with my memory. Can you tell me who I am?
You're a
Right.
trusting soul. Sorry, friend. And as I said,
I've never
Never
seen
laid eyes
you.
on you before.
Okay, so he
no
can't
one
help
around
us
here look
with our
familiar
memory.
to you? Maybe you were with the Guild of Travelers and some horrible disaster befell them, leaving you to wander around traumatized. Or maybe some thug hit you on the head and lifted your purse.
I don't know.
to
Could
say?
be either,
Well
actually.
then, tell me about this place.
Or both.
Well, this here is a bar. Folks come in here to drink and
No,
complain.
it's far.
But maybe you meant the bigger picture. You must have really
Drink
smacked
and
your
complain. What a lame bar. I wouldn't want
We
to go
live
to
down
that
here
kind
in
of
these
bar.
old mines because our sun
Don't
flared
really
out
go to
so
bars
we
anyway,
left
especially
the topside world a frozen waste.
current times.
But how many people live here, and where can I find this guild of travelers that I might belong to?
You know, I'm not really sure just how many of us there are crammed down
was
here. Besides us men, you've got
very
your
loud.
goblins, dwarves, trolls.
Cavitation
You got
or
different factions
enucleation,
each.
whatever
Hard
your
to say,
favorite
really.
term is for the
As for the
popping
Travelers
sound.
Guild, they're a bunch of hard-to-kill bastards who keep the
Thankfully,
lines
I
of
have
communications
received
trailed
training in
open
this area
between
as I
us
am a
and all the other rat-hole
licensed
cities. It's supposed to be
chiropractor
a
and
long, tough trek between cities, so we don't see
massage
them too
therapist,
often.
although that type of stuff
Maybe
is
a while
known
before
just
we see
as
another
massage
group.
therapist.
If you ever want to find me, I'm usually here.
Okay. If you want to take part in my treasure hunt, you'll need an emerald to open my chest. Okay. Good to know. Random scribblings on the wall. Let's go ahead and save it, just in case. And we can check out what this game's all about here. Okay, talk to you. What's this? Press one of the button. Shouldn't that be plural? Okay. Place the token in the number of your choice and spin the wheel. If you win, you can give 100 copies, otherwise you lose. You lose? Oh man. Well then, someone didn't do spell check here, or maybe that's intentional. I don't know. Sounds like roulette. Hi.
Welcome, stranger. My name is Rinko. You can win lots of gold with me. If you want to know the rules of the game, just read them. They're pinned up on this wall.
Alright, well, you're not very helpful. If you want to play, just read the rules. Okay, let's see. What should we go with here? 0. Okay, so it looks like we have 0 through 9. Let's see, 9 is one of my favorite numbers, so let's go ahead and pick that one. Can we pick multiple? Doesn't look like it. No. Alright. Let's spin the wheel.
I'm sure you'll have better luck next time.
You didn't even look at the number, man. Are you that aware of how each one sounds? I didn't even make one full rotation either. I call foul on this game. Oh, it did. Okay, never mind. I made a mistake there. Alright.
Never fear. Fortune is fickle. Soon she will smile on you.
I think you're kind of shady. Why do you need... Okay, that's better. Let's take a look over here at the game instead of away. That time it definitely didn't
I'm
fall
sure
around.
you'll have better luck next time.
Alright, that's enough. That's 30 gold. I don't really need gold at this point, so we'll just move on from that.
Follow your lucky star and win pots of gold.
I don't believe you. I suppose there could be
You
a
know, I haven't seen
predetermined
any dwarves around here in a long time.
series of numbers, but you know what? I'm going to go over here and read this. I don't care what you say. Can I... Oh, you know what? I have an empty bottle. Oh, look at that. We can fill up our own and pay you. Alright, well I guess we're on the honor system in a sense. Like I paid her even though Your back was to me? That's fine. Alright, let's get out of here. You wanna come with me, pup? No? Okay, well, guess the human is inside, getting wasted while you have to sit out here in the nasty cavern. Alright, let's keep going. So it looks like at this point, we have our authorization to trade with the goblins, as our friend Posius signed our paperwork. Let me check this out. I do have a torch. Might as well light the path here just to see if there's anything interesting. Ooh, this looks like a shrine of some kind. Take the mushroom. So far, the mushrooms we've come across haven't been poisonous or psychedelic or anything like that. They just seem to actually give us some health. Okay, so this seems like it may have been some sort of a teleporter or an altar of some kind. Not entirely sure. That's pretty neat. Okay, we can extinguish the torch because they do not last forever. And that was back where we came from, it looks like. Alright, now I feel good by saying that we have fully explored as much as we can in this area. So here we go. Let us re-enter the Goblin Kingdom. That seems to be the only way to progress at this point in time. Uh-oh. Let us prepare.
Halt, human! You enter Goblin Kingdom. Humans is not allowed, except gem dealers.
Interesting. Well, I do have paperwork, so let's put the weapon away because that might be a little threatening. But I do have my papers. Here, let me show you.
I'm a dealer. Here's my license.
Everything in order. You passing now. But careful. Human rebels is escaped from our prison not long ago. Only dealers allowed passing.
Wink, wink, we're a dealer after I was a human rebel, so that's okay. That's alright. Now we have safe passage. You weren't there before. I could waste you if I want to, but why not be a little covert for the time being? Gee, I wonder where all these corpses came from. Spoiler alert, it was me. Hey, there's a torch right there. Let's go ahead and use our magic just in case lighting both torches gives us a little bonus or secret or something like that, because some of these games improve your experience simply for using a skill. So we're going to cast, we're going to do right and down, right, up. Wait a second, that's not right. Let's go back and read what that was for our ignite spell. So that's right, and then Down, right, up. Always get that mixed up. Okay. Right, down, right, up. There, ooh, look at that. Make fire on the wall. Sweet. There's a... Oh, that's funny. I threw that chair over on top of the toilet, and now it's sort of sorted through the floor. That's cool. We already took out pretty much everyone here. Now we're going to make our way back to the gem trader, which I believe is right over there. Now that we have our signed gem dealer's license, should be able to make a little progress.
Okay, here we go. You come in.
Sweet.
Me need bit of action. Me important guard of Lord Alatar, stupid human.
It's not very nice.
Me important guard of Lord Alatar, stupid human.
Alright, I've heard that before.
Me important guard of Lord Alatar, stupid human.
You know, it's not very nice to make mean statements like that. But for now, we'll take it, because I don't think I would fare too well against 3 of those Goblin Lords at one time. I have gotten a bit stronger since our early journeys, but not quite on the level I'd like to be able to combat these goblins. Okay. Now we are in another new area. Journeying through the area. Oh, there's a torch. Let me do magic. Right, and down, right, up. Bam. Fire. Ooh, there's another torch. Let's do that again. Right, down, right, up. Bam. I like how that doesn't use too much mana and how things kind of regenerate on their own. Okay, I wonder if we can do 2 at once. Let's give it a try. Right, down, right, up. One at a time, that's okay. Right, down, right, up. Bam. This isn't a very inviting area. Oh boy, another spider web. And the second one. It's down there. Ooh, nice little... Hey, maybe I can... What was that? Let me look at my little notes here. Do the fireball on your face or your back, whatever. So, right, down, right, up. Right, down, right. That's a miss. Okay, let's try again. Wow, that takes quite a bit of magic. Right, down, right, up. Right, down, right. Got you. Maybe? Looked like it did some damage. Let me check out that magic missile. That was fun. 4. Okay. Magic missile is home and tar. Right and right down right. Okay. Right, right, down, right. Not sure where that went. Try again. Right, right, down, right. Fire. Alright, doesn't look like we can aim that quite as well as I had hoped. Fern. We have one of those already, and I'm not quite sure what they are used for, so... Oops. Use the spider web. Where's our torch? Alright, lots of possibilities here. Let's go ahead and ignite the torch. Right, down, right, up. Hey now, that didn't work out. Right, oops. Cast. Right, down, right, up. Why did you not work? Am I doing the wrong spell? Don't think so. Right. Down, right, up. Okay, well, maybe I was just too far away, or who knows what. Right, down, right, up. Okay. Won't go too far that way until we sort of get familiar with our surroundings. This is a dark hole. And I'm just going to break this web just for fun because I don't like it. Ooh. Take that, that's new. Morning Glory Flower. I would like to see if I can take these guys out before I go down there. So we're going to do right, down, right, up, right, down, right, fire. Already dead? Already dead. Okay, that's pretty swell. And let's see. Journey onward. Another corpse. Here's some footsteps. We can go into our crouch stealth mode. Search this. Bone, don't need that. Take the potion. Why not? Right. Looks like we have many different routes to take here. I think since it's been just over an hour, I would like to take a brief break, get up, walk around. Eventually I'm going to also have a ability to interchange between streaming while seated and streaming while standing. I know it sounds weird, but I often like to play games while I'm standing. I'm going to be able to kind of set this up so I can stand while streaming, and also being able to monitor the chat room and everything. It's never good to stay in one position for too long, as tissue creep can start to set in within just 20 minutes. And tissue creep is sort of a beginning phase of degenerative change that takes place in our bodies, primarily in this case our low back and everything, so in order to help with perfusion of our discs, you know, movement, getting the fluids and so forth coming in and out of our joint spaces and discs, it's a good idea to stay active and mobile. Of course, demonstrating a somewhat decent posture while gaming is important, but moving between seated and standing is also a good way to... Ooh. Let me crush your head first. I don't like what you're doing. Yeah, I just want to practice what I teach as a chiropractor massage person. Want to keep moving, observe good body habits. Oh no, poisoned, just like that. Previously I was poisoned and went away after a moment, so I would just want to make sure. Looks like it's diminishing. There we go. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. I probably will come back later and play some more Arx Fatalis. Hey, Retro Gaming Denmark, thank you very much for the follow. I very much appreciate it, whether I am just starting out as I am, or no matter how long I do this, I will never stop appreciating anyone who wants to join my chat and follow along. The answer to your question, I do not believe this is backwards compatible on the 360. There's a possibility. I'll have to get back to you if it is backwards compatible on Xbox One or possibly through Game Pass. One of my friends mentioned that he thought it was available on Game Pass, but I can't tell you for sure. It is on Steam currently, so that is another option. But as far as I know, this... Okay, good to know. So it's not backwards compatible on Series X or Game Pass. So unfortunately, it looks like the only way to play this is through either the original Xbox or on Steam. I couldn't tell you how it plays on Steam. I assume it's quite smooth, based on whatever specs you have, and also the fact that it's an older game. It's really a darn shame because this is made by Arcane Studios, which is still an active studio. They've made the Dishonored games, and this was actually their first game. Perhaps you've looked into it, but this is essentially their first game, as far as I could tell, that they developed, and it was initially going to be Ultima Underworld 3, which is crushing a little bit to my soul because that series has a special place in my heart, as does the mainline Ultima series. This was around the time that Electronic Arts purchased Origin and essentially just said nope to continuing that series. I think they just more focused on Ultima Online, and then kind of that was the end of any of the mainline series, although I believe Ultima 9 came out while they were under the EA label, and I never did play that one. I played a little bit of 8 and wasn't too fond. I was more of a fan of the original series, with 4 being my favorite. I played quite a bit of Ultima Underworld 1 and a little bit of Ultima Underworld 2, and so I'm kind of taking a similar approach. This game has so much tied to how those games played, and I'm loving it so far. I'm keeping quite a few notes on paper here. I'll be expanding on this, but this, I'm kind of keeping track of some of the characters we met because the journal system in this is still sort of early on, and you know, it just brings me back to those older games where it was pretty much essential. I remember breaking out the graph paper and, you know, just having to, you know, really pay attention to everything that happened, because you couldn't look back on your journal too much, and certainly there wasn't really a YouTube at the channel, or at the time, to watch on a certain channel how far along, you know, into a game you may be and catch up. So, you know, right now it's this seems to be the only console way to play this game. It was exclusive to the original Xbox and, you know, PC. So, you know, again, if you want to play it, you'll have to track down a copy on Xbox, or if you enjoy playing games on your PC, that's certainly another option. But I'm definitely looking forward to continuing my journey. I just saved it. We are roughly about 2.5, a little bit more hours into this, and the storytelling is really pretty awesome, and interactivity with the levels, and just being able to you know, pick up things. You know, it may not be as detailed as the modern games, with being able to like pick something up and look at all sides and, you know, all those details, but, you know, and the physics certainly aren't quite, you know, what we think of now. But, you know, this is what it's all about. This is retro gaming, and I love playing old games. You know, like it's hard to believe to me that this is considered retro. You know, I'm playing it on my original Xbox, although I did have to purchase a new used DVD drive because mine died, but everything else is working well. Knock on wood. I'm hoping for it to last much longer, but yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. I'll probably come on later this evening, you know, just to pick up. I like to do an hour at a time. You know, I want to practice what I teach with, you know, good body mechanics and posture as a massage person and a doctor of chiropractic. So yeah, it was great seeing you. Thanks again for the follow. I very much appreciate it. And for anyone else who is here, I thank you for watching, and I will see you later on. Peace.